a desert where it's hard for you to hear or to receive my word. This is the ultimate scheme of the enemy, to cut you off from the water of the word. And when you feel like you're in a dry place and it's hard to get even a sense of his presence, what the natural man will do is pull back. And we begin with our thoughts and patterns. We begin to dig a pit of, yeah, God heals, but not me. Yeah, God provides. I've heard the testimonies, but not me. And before long, you dig a pit where there's no water because the washing of the water of his word isn't reaching you. And these patterns of thought begin to dig the hole deeper. And he says, I'm going to free you from that waterless pit. And my word is going to be refreshing. It's going to be a cup of cold water. You know when you're really thirsty on a really hot day, and you take a cup of cold water, and that first sip, you can feel it go all the way down. And your body is going, oh. So return to your fortress. Listen to this. You prisoners of hope. Oh. I confess, I'm a prisoner. I hope when it doesn't seem like hope is logical. Because I'm a captive, I'm a prisoner to the word that he's spoken to me, and I believe it. And I believe it. Job said it this way: even if you kill me, I will love you. I will believe you. And friends, there's nothing trying to overtake you that's not common to me. You don't get a pass in this life just because you were born Jewish. Is there an amen anywhere in the house? Because you play a guitar doesn't give you a get out of jail free card. A lovely voice may work in certain situations, but when your back is up against the wall, you still have to walk by faith just like everybody else. You have to believe the same word. You're listening for the same voice because you're a prisoner of hope. He says, so return to your fortress. Now, my Bible says that the name of the Lord is a strong tower and a fortress. So when your mind or others are saying, you know, like Job's counselors, why don't you just give up and roll over? What great friends those were. Why don't you just... Listen to the stupidity of their... curse God and die. No, why don't you stand up, return to your fortress, which is a strong tower of safety. Call on the name of the Lord, and he will deliver you. Okay, here's the payoff. Here's what he says he'll do. Not only is he rescuing us from a waterless pit, he tells us how. Return to your fortress. What do? I speak the name that is above every other name. Why? Because at that name, every knee must bow. Cancer is a name. And cancer must obey the name of Jesus. Well, Paul, that's easy for you to say. Well, my wife is home battling it right now. But she's also praying for us. You know, I have a hard time feeling sad about it because I already know the end of the story. I already know the end of the story. This trial is going to wind up being a testimony, just like all the others. Just like all the others. Fear is a name. Lack, poverty are just names. And every one of them and those names are waiting to be told where to bow. Because they will hang around as long as we bow before them. You know, you've heard it often said that guard dogs, they can smell when they know that you're afraid. So somehow, when that Rottweiler with those 6-inch fangs is staring you in the face, you're supposed to be unafraid. Jesus! The enemy smells when we're afraid and we believe what he's saying and presses all the harder. So return to your fortress, prisoner of hope, and he will not disappoint. So those of you who have gotten out of your seats and came, do this with me. Let's lift up our hands before the Lord tonight.